Hey there, I'm KJ, and this is Experience CTN, where we're going to learn more about CTN volunteers and producers who have supported community members over the past years. Today, I'm here with Deb and Camonte. Hi guys, thanks so much for coming in.
Hi, thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, all right, so we're going to talk about the program called Telling It. Deb, do you want to let us know a little bit about what Telling It is?
Sure. Telling It's been around since about 2002 in Washtenaw County, and the program is staffed by many wonderful, wonderful people, and we have program sites all over Washtenaw County, and we serve school-aged youth from 7 through 18 years of age, and the program offers young people a community-based program that uses the arts to support their healing and learning. There's a lot of different experiences that we offer, and really it's about expressing yourself in many different ways, but in the room there are experts who know how to apply the arts as a way to support healing if there's been trauma in your life. There's also the awareness that some young people might be struggling with their literacy skills, and so we find cool and wonderful ways to support literacy opportunities through the arts. We are what's called an intermodal program, which means we do multiple things all at the same time. So if you were to visit a Telling It site, you'd see a lot of activity, a lot of people involved, the team, the young people, doing a lot of different things. And some of it on its own would be familiar to many people. But what we do is we do a lot of programming together that usually is done separately. So we're supporting kids in many, many different ways. And we're very clear about how we are meeting needs, meeting kids where they're at. We don't have any censorship on subject matter, so people can process whatever is real to them. And also, we don't have, with the teenagers, we don't have any language restrictions other than hate language, because we want to make sure everybody feels safe and respected. But we actually look at hate language in a unit that we incorporate into the program, so that young people can really think about when they are using certain words, what that word really means and what the backstory is to it.
That sounds really great. So Camonte, what has Telling It meant for you?
It gave me a lot of hope of what I want to do when I grow up. When I first started Telling It, I was kind of scared because I didn't know anybody. So as I got to know everybody, it was starting to get fun. I liked when we started with recording and writing poems. I liked that part. And yeah, I just pretty much liked the people who was working there and helping us get through the program.
Right. So for Telling It this time around, you did a lot of work with footage. So we actually would like to show some of that for everybody.
When I grow up, I want to be a police officer. I want to grow up and help people no matter what their skin color, religion, or gender. I want to do what a lot of people don't have the strength to do. All I want to do is hope and care for everyone.
So I just like police officers and, detectives and stuff. I don't know.
That's great. Really good guys.
What kind of police officer do you want to be? Because there are so many different kinds, right? There's somebody that's detectives, that's homicide, that's parking,
Mostly a detective.
Cause you can go anywhere you wanna go. Can be anything you wanna be. See anything you wanna see. You just gotta believe. Believe. You just gotta believe.
So, how was working with this video production?
Pretty hard.
Pretty hard?
But I liked it because we got to express ourselves in the videos, express how we was feeling in the poems. We got to do things that, that we never done with cameras, and go places like Depot Town. We went to Depot Town and recorded our poems that was in our books. Yeah, it was a lot of fun things.
A lot of fun?
Yeah.
Do you think that you would consider working with video more after this experience?
I'm interested in it,
Yeah.
but not really. But so.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Right, because as you said in those videos, you already know what you want to do when you
Yeah.
grow up, which
Yep.
is to be a police officer.
Yeah.
Yeah. What led you to want to be a police officer?
All my brothers on my dad's side is police officers, and ever since I've been growing up, I just like police officers. I love them, so I just thought that would be a good thing for me to do.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
great. So, obviously this is in a school setting. So where do you go to school?
I go to Ypsilanti Middle School.
Ypsilanti Middle School?
Yeah.
So Deb,
Yes.
what other schools could we see this program in?
So right now we're at Ypsilanti Community Middle School, and we are hoping to actually expand into the high school. We are, other than the middle school, we're also at Park Ridge Community Center. We have 2 sites there, which is on the south side of Ypsi. We have a partnership with Avalon Housing, with SOS Community Services, so we have sites with them. We have a partnership with the Washtenaw County Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Jerry Clayton, who actually makes the school sites possible, and hopefully the future sites.
Cool. So, and you also have a partnership with CTN.
Exactly.
So how did that come about?
So years ago, so we've forayed with video in the past. So I also teach at the University of Michigan, and I have students that are with us at the various Telling It sites, and also are learning about this kind of engagement at the university. And we had had students in the past who had videotaped and made fabulous video footage years ago, but it was really, we really felt like it was, we really wanted an opportunity for it to be in the hands of the youth, and the youth really drive the video and actually do the video from the technical point of view, not just be in front of the camera. And I asked around. I honestly didn't know where to go, and for various reasons, it just wasn't quite working out at the U. There were some logistical issues, and so somebody suggested I contact CTN, which is what I did, and I spoke to the wonderful Alicia, and the rest is history. She came into the school, she trained the students, she really guided us through this process. And then, of course, we bring everybody here, which is just so much fun, not just because of Dairy Queen, but also because when we're here, we really, I mean, I think one of my personal highlights, I mean, obviously, Camonte and some of the other students will have different moments, but for me, watching them in the recording studio and being each other's sound engineer, as well as obviously under your guidance and Alicia's guidance, the actual cutting of the footage, which I think is a lot more challenging, and technically, you know, you really have to know what you're doing. So that's why it's, you know, useful to have expert guidance. But yeah, the teens, when they were in the recording studio, oh my gosh, they had such a great time. Well,
Yeah.
they seemed to be having such a great time from what I could see.
How was your time in the recording studio?
Fun. I never
Yeah.
been in a recording studio, so it was a good experience for me. Yeah, I really loved it.
Yeah. So I hear that you happened to get a little sneak peek of something when you were visiting CTN
That's right,
Studios.
yes.
Do you want to talk about that experience?
It was a jazz performance. I never heard jazz really because I don't listen to it, but I really liked how they was playing and all the instruments.
Yeah.
Because I like, especially the drums, because I really like drums. I played drums in middle school.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, I really liked how they were playing and
Yeah.
how it sounded.
Yeah, and that's really cool that you were able to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, where do people go? Where should people go to want to learn more about
Telling It?
Telling It?
Well, we have a website,
Yes.
which is kind of handy dandy, and it has a lot of information on it, including we have a big charity event coming up to raise money for the program. And so that's all on our website, which is, if I can remember it correctly, www.lsa.umich.edu/telling it. And telling it's all one word.
Gotcha.
So hopefully that translates and people can pick up on that.
Yeah. So how can people help this program succeed and flourish and become more?
Well, one of the things about our program is that the demand always outweighs the supply. We have been, because we keep the groups purposefully small, and we have to have, so each person that gets trained to be a site leader or a social worker. So we have social workers that are existing social workers, but then they get trained in how to be a social worker for telling it, which has a slightly different, some different expertise as well on top of the other expertise they have. So it takes up to a year to train somebody to be a site leader or to be a social worker for telling it. And so if somebody wants to support us, if you go on the website, there's a big charity event coming up in July the 19th. It's the Howard Holmes III charity golf, Jiffy Mix. The Jiffy Mix family is hosting this amazing event at Barton Hills Country Club, and it's hopefully going to. So people, if you go on the website, there will be the information there, and you will see how to support the program, because as I was saying, it takes a while and it takes resources to get people properly trained to deliver the kind of quality program that I think Camonte can attest is really, you know, helpful. And when you have young people who maybe have more severe trauma experience in their lives, whether it's abuse, whether there's violence in the home, whether they are young people who are experiencing homelessness, hunger, insecurity, all those kinds of things. It has an impact on a developing brain. So we really have to know that what we're doing is going to support that healthy development. And so any kind of financial support will make that possible, plus in-kind support, art supplies, definitely instructional supplies, and also if anybody has an expertise in a particular art form, we always bring in. In fact, we've had wonderful rappers come in and share their expertise with the young people, and visual artists, photographers, videographers, you name it, they come in and show us their skills and then get us involved too. And then as we're learning this new skill, we're also exploring ourselves and our identity. And so anything like that anybody would like to contribute, we will be so excited to accept.
That sounds like a program I'd like to go through. Camonte, do you find that this program was helpful for you?
Yeah, they really taught me no matter what you look or what you do in life, you always be loved. I really love the fact that they helped me and try to, like when every day in the program, we have to sit in a circle and talk about how our day went in school, or how we, we tell how we feeling like our weather. Yeah, I really like telling it a lot. It's a good program.
Is it a program you'd go through again?
Yes.
Yeah, that's super great. All right, well, that is all that we have time for today. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for Experience CTN. Well, more on that. In the meantime, come in and experience CTN for yourself. Email us at ctn@a2.gov.org. You can also see our other programs online at a2gov.org/watchctn. I want to thank our crew, Matthew Drake, Steve Mackey, Robert Horn, Natalia Tejeda, Aaron Foster, Nathan Johnson, Alicia May, and I'm your host, KJ Johnson. Thank you.